Hello! 24 months. Oh my god. Thank you, Ara. 2 years! You've been stuck with me. 2 whole years. You get less time for giving Say alcohol during that bit where you should just like give her a non-alcoholic drink because actually she probably shouldn't be having alcohol at that point, you know, in time. Time does fly, yeah. It really do. Yeah, I think what happened was I set all my stuff up on OBS and then I forgot to hit done. So it's like, hey, come on. It's like, now, Ace Attorney. It's like, no, we're doing Kuon tonight. And I'm just like, that was the last game. You know, we're not doing the spoopy turnabout. We're not doing the spoopy turnabout with the Crow God and the Goths and the Frenchman. The Frenchman with the telephone shoulders. I don't remember a lot of the names, but you know the one I mean. The monstrous turnabout. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. But yes, welcome back to Apollo Justice, in which we have to fight my wife. I'm very sad about this. I'm extremely sad about this. But yes, we have to fight my wife. 5-2 was pretty nice. It was comedic. Exactly. So you understand. You understand what made it good. Yeah. On the subject of wife, we had the news back today. She got her probation extended at work. It's not great news because it means that, you know, there's still 3 months worth of uncertainty. We can't do anything about the house move. But it does at least mean that she's got work for the next 3 months and she can kind of, you know, try and get past probation. So we'll see how we go. Did I bring my wife beater outfit? I don't drink Stella Artois. What the hell? I don't drink lager. I drink real classy drinks like Slow Rum and, you know, craft ales and, you know, the sorts of beer that someone who's a wanker drinks, you know. But yeah, you know, she's still got a job for a bit. I'm still kind of a little bit on the safer side, so you drink pina coladas and you go out in the rain. I actually quite like a pina colada. It's a tasty drink. I will drink cocktails very happily. My favourites are passion fruit martinis, espresso martinis. I'm quite partial to sex on the beach as well. Come on, everybody. Right. Let's stop avoiding and let's jump on in. In a court of law, there is a need for a special type of prosecutor. SPU, shitposting unit. Sex on the beach is a cocktail, yes. The last time I had it was actually at Vexpo. Went to the Sky Bar. It's called Sex in the Sky there. It's really nice. Really, really good. But yeah, Vexpo this year is looking like it's going to absolutely pop off. There's so many more people that I know who are going from like outside of the sphere who were there last time. So my pal Vaysong is going, composer. Really, really, really goated composer is going. Nerik from Random Chord is going. So that should be sick. You know, get some of the randomites there. The last time I had sex on the beach was at an anime convention. Oh yeah. And you know, I followed it up with immediately after, Ara. I followed it up with a shot of creamy liqueur. No, I wish that was a joke, but like, you know those, what are they called? What are they called? You know those shots you get and you pour them, it's like a pre-made cocktail, but it's like chocolatey. One of them. French bicycle. What? What's the French bicycle position? Is that when you're just like, you and your significant other are kind of turning around on each other going, sacre bleu, sacre bleu, sacre bleu. What the fuck? What in the goddamn? Hello, Emma. Okay, tell me about the defendant's motive. The victim planned to get his revenge on Granary during Trucy's magic show. Mr. Rios was going to steal the Granary notebook from the defendant. He then intended to reveal the secrets behind their magic tricks during the show. That was the victim's plan for revenge, and while he did in fact steal the notebook, the defendant murdered him before he had a chance to reveal the secrets. It's when you're both bottom and top and a dude. Ah, okay. Streamer's already a mess and we're already less than 10 minutes in. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh no, it's prosecutor anal beads again. I hate this guy. By the time the accuser discovered the notebook's theft, it was too late. When you're the jam and the sandwich. See now, there's a joke there. Happy Menopause Day! I brought you a cake! It's a bit dry. Why is there no jam? I stole that joke from Russell Howard. Oh dear. Her only option was to kill Mr. Rears and make it look like an accident.
Objection!
That's nothing but conjecture. You hate Nayuta too? Yeah. See, I think Sasuke hates him as well, because doesn't Sasuke hate Nayuta?
Objection!
Oh. The victim's assistant, Bonnie DeFam, gave the police a statement. She testified that just before the start of the show, Mr. Rears said, I'm going to reveal all of Troop Gramarye's secrets on stage today. What? Well, that isn't exactly a great starting point for a rebuttal, is it? You're telling me. Allow me to give you one piece of advice, defense. Oh, and what's that? Let it go and move on. No. Excuse me. Helping a sinner will only sully your own soul. Can you bonk the prosecution? Yes. In fact... Oh, what's this? And straight out of nowhere, it's Simon Blackwell with a steel chair. And he bonks Nayuta. And suddenly Simon is the prosecutor. And he looks over at us and he says, oh, it's you, you flecked forehead dandy. Fine, let's get this doggerel over with. And I'm just like... Simon-chan. Hey, Loven, how you doing? Welcome in. Helping a sinner will only sully your soul. Christianity and Buddhism. What? You have a feeling we'll have the same favourite case in this game. I already know that Simon appears in the Clussy. What? The Clussy. What? So you can take that clown honk and stick it up your rear. Stick it up your rear. Yeah, things are getting unhinged already, huh? Whoops. One possessed of an unclean soul will burn in the flames of hell, and then be ever burdened with that sin in their next life. Grinded me out. Yeah. So I'll love the Clussy. That's so awful to say. Really? Are you sure? Like, are we talking the sort of Clussy where, like, it kind of parts open for entry to take place, and just, like, loads of, like, balloon animals just come out and it's like, boop, boop. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me except for the brain damage and the possible undiagnosed ADHD? I am actually asking my doctor for a copy of my medical notes from up until I was about 15, because it turns out, like, I was basically at the point of having a diagnosis for ADHD as a kid, and then I don't know what happened, but I've only just found out about this, and I'm like, well, that would have been really helpful to know about years ago, mother. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a copy of my medical notes. You're lurking, no worries, Loven. I appreciate lurkers. It's except the one time I don't like lurkers, right, is if they get into my mineral line and I ain't got no fucking detection, because then they're just like, and then my SCV is just like, oh no, fucking hell, we're being absolutely exploded, and then they just die. It's pretty bad, pretty bad. You don't want your mineral line to be bereft of detection. ADHD is alive, just add more belt, that'll fix it. See, my mum is, she's an ex-nurse, and I think what she told me her logic in terms of not pursuing it further was they wanted to medicate me, but we're talking like 90s medication where it's like they hadn't really gotten a handle on it as well as they have now. So it was just like, if I took that, I would just be squashed completely, and I think she just decided it wasn't worth that. So I kind of get where she was coming from, but at the same time it's like, well, you could have told me so I could have made an informed choice about like whether I pursue stuff further myself when I'm an adult mother. Anyway, besides, I have no intention of giving up. Oh, Holy Mother, grant me the strength to deal with this putrid lawyer. I'm going to call him Prosecutor Pinkstink. Because look at the way his hand is positioned. He is Prosecutor Pinkstink. I could have had a perfect excuse to amphetamines. Well, maybe. I mean, I could have just been my guitar player for once, but that he'll sort me out. All actions have consequences, and yours will surely earn you the honour of being a mere stinkbug at best in your next life. A stinkbug? Now then, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please. Okay. Oh, I don't want to cross-examine my wife. God damn it. All right. Oh, we've got a different health system in this court. Hold it. Hold it. No, I don't mean hold it as in stop Emma. I mean hold it. Anyway. Revenge after all this time. It's been 13 years already. Why now? Ooh. I know, right? I thought that's pretty sketchy myself. Thank you, Emma. I mean, wouldn't you have done it a long time ago if he was going to do it? After all. At least she's trying to remain professional. Just about. Sorry, did I hit something just then? Detective Skye. Self-indulgent outbursts such as those will earn you divine punishment. 14 years, he works for the NHS, he lost the paperwork. I don't think the NHS is capable of losing paperwork because it takes so long to get any of it. I know this from experience. In the form of a salary evaluation. Did you just gumshoe my wife, you fucker? Did this fucker just gumshoe my wife? Oh, I'm mad now. I'm very angry. Do you see how scary I am? Do you see how scary I look when I'm angry? She's just like me for real, for real. Wait, that's what divine punishment means? Let the detective have her snack. This humble servant to the Holy Mother shall explain. Over a decade ago, Troop Grammar was at the height of their popularity. But then their reputation declined and they had all but faded from public memory. Until recently, that is, when Trucy Wright sought to recapture their former glory. The defendant, and at such a young age too. How impressive. Yes, the accused's skill in magic is undeniably impressive. If she hadn't fallen onto the path of sin, she would have had a bright future ahead of her. It's always sad to see such promising young potential go to waste. Now then, Detective Skye, how did Mr. Rears plan to get his revenge? And please put down the snackles before you continue with your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, she looks so sad. I just want to pat her head. Hold on. There we go. Going easy? Yeah, no worries, Ara. If you come back before, then we'll see you then. Otherwise, we're basically going to sidle up to Nayuta, get behind him, grab him around the waist, and fucking German suplex the bastard! Hold it! What evidence do you have that Mr. Rears actually stole the notebook? Well, you see, whenever you're ready, Detective. Fret not, Detective Skye. You have nothing to repent for. You should be proud of the fine forensic discovery that you made. German suplex implies other nationality suplexes. I mean, is there another nationality suplex? Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look for you. Let's have a look. It looks like the German suplex is just a name for it. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Right. No, the reason it's called a German suplex is because the inventor was German. So the inventor of, the innovator of the bridging version of it was Karl Gutsch, He wanted it to be called an atomic suplex, but because of the Hiroshima bombings, that was kind of disallowed. And looking at this, I think he was alive around the time, like, of that war. So, yeah. That's why it's called a German suplex. There you go. You learned something today. Detective Skye identified a certain set of fingerprints on the notebook. Upon further inspection, she determined that they belonged to Mr. Rios. What? The detective found the fingerprints entirely of her own volition. For that, I must say well done, Detective Skye. Ugh. She's very conflicted right now. Get a little too addicted to using a precious white powder, did you, Emma? Now, Detective Skye, I would ask you to explain exactly how Mr. Rios intended to use the notebook to exact his revenge. Alright, well, first he stole the notebook. Okay. Hold it! I'm going to reveal all Troop Grammy's secrets on stage today. That's what Mr. Rios himself said, right? Right, but he didn't exactly specify which Grammary secrets he was talking about. But the prosecution thinks he was referring to the secrets behind Troop Grammy's magic. Yes, that is the prosecution's assertion. When the accused realised that Mr. Rios was to reveal her family's most closely guarded secrets, she naturally panicked. So basically, Trucy's notebook was hiding in Mr. Rios' things because he'd stolen it himself. I see. Truly a motive that only a magician could have. Yeah, that's what the prosecution believes anyway. You're watching some guy play Guacamelee before. Sorry. Is it my chair I keep hearing? Hold on, just give me a second. I'm going insane. I'm actually going insane. I've been that wound up with like wife's job stuff recently that like my brain is fried. I'm having to do a bit of a reset on my own mind, which is a fun little procedure, yeah. Hold it! Do you really believe what you're saying, Detective Skye? Do you really think Miss Wright killed Mr. Rios to stop him from getting his revenge? Of course I don't think that. The truth seems... Oh. Keep your private considerations separate from your public duty. Fuck off. I warned you about this very thing before the trial began, did I not, Detective Skye? Yes, you did. Please recite my exact words to you. Ema Skye, you're a detective first and foremost, not the accused friend. Remember your duty and fulfill it faithfully. Excellent. So you do remember what I said to you? Your devotion to your work will be rewarded, for the Holy Mother sees all. This Holy Mother is no scientific concept I've ever heard of. Those two really don't get along, do they? Well, science and religion go together about as well as oil and water. Oil and water go together pretty well, though. You know, oil and water go together really well, because to get to the oil, you have to use an aircraft carrier. How are these America jokes working out? Hit, miss. I'm about to get drone striked. Hey, what's that little plane thing that looks like it's coming towards my house? Uh-oh. As I was saying... Hold it! Okay. I'm sorry, but what exactly is the basis for claiming it was murder? Beats me. What? The basis is beats me? You'll have to ask Prosecutor Sadmadi over there, because he hasn't told me his reasoning either. Oh, okay. Detective Skye, your feeding of information to the defense is not going unnoticed by my eyes. The bad karma of acts which go against your duty will impinge upon you in your next life. How about you take that braid and you shove it up your ass? But even before that, it may impinge upon your job in the form of a transfer. Oh, please don't get me kicked out of the forensics unit, anything but that. Poor Emma, she's really been risking everything for us. Well, Prosecutor said, Marty, what are your grounds for claiming homicide? It was the luminous tape in the understage passage. I realised that it had been moved. Moved so that Mr. Rios would climb up into the downstage coffin by mistake. What? Mr. Rios, who was waiting in the understage passage, was supposed to have used the upstage ladder shown here on the left. Okay. He was to climb up into the coffin that had been set up into the backstage area. After being turned into a stuffed dragon during Act 1, Mr. Rios was supposed to come back to life and emerge from that coffin. But the luminous tape had been moved to mark the downstage ladder. So the victim climbed up into the coffin onto the stage itself by mistake. The very same coffin the accused thrust her sword into. The thing is, like, the way the corpse has been stabbed, there's no way that a sword strike at that side would even go into his back. And you have proof that it was my client who moved the tape? But of course. Detective Skye? Hmm? Oh, that's right. I identified the defendant's fingerprints on the luminous tape. What? He actually had proof? Well, defense, are you finally ready to let it all go and move on? Nope. Absolutely not. Detective, please add the information about the prints on the tape to your testimony. Okay. Guess she must have moved it during the show. We know that she moved something during the show. Hold on. Let's press.
Hold it!
Let's press here, shall we? What made you think to check the luminous tape for prints? Well, I bet it was Detective's intuition. I dusted not just the tape, but just about everywhere for fingerprints. Oh? I dusted pretty much every single surface in the theatre. I mean, it was so nice to be able to dust for prints without anybody getting mad at me. It's great that you're enthusiastic, Emma, but there is such thing as too enthusiastic. The tape was moved to guide Mr. Reese into the coffin that was downstage? If that's true, it does sound like a murder rather than an accident. It certainly doesn't help that Trucy's prints are on the tape. I wish I knew what sound would even be appropriate to make in this situation. Okay. Let's have a look at the evidence, shall we? Because the thing is, the lift, Trucy had to move this lift out of the way during the show since it was already all the way up, right? What are we thinking, guys? See, I think the stage lift has something to do with this, right? Trucy moved the stage lifts to cover for Bonnie's mistake. She told no one about this. She claims to have looked for prints everywhere. And we did find fingerprinting results. Prints on the top panel unknown. Trucy wore gloves during the show, so none of her fingerprints were found. It's a good point. She moved it during the show. She was wearing gloves during the show. You're right. She was wearing gloves during the show. She couldn't... Her prints can't have gotten on it during the show because she had gloves on. Oh, Emma, I'm so sorry that we have to do this to you, my darling. But look. Trucy wore gloves during the show, so none of her fingerprints were found.
Objection!
Yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, Detective Skye, but there's a flaw in your testimony. Oh, really? The prosecution is claiming that Miss Wright moved the understage tape during the show in order to guide the victim into the coffin downstage. But it doesn't make sense that she would leave prints on the tape at that time. It doesn't. Please consider the fingerprinting results of the main coffin, which shows that not one of my client's fingerprints was found on or in it. That's true. We didn't find any of her prints on that coffin. I think you've realised what the flaw in your testimony is. Claiming Miss Wright left prints on the tape during the show is inconsistent with the facts. Because she was wearing gloves during the show. Oh! She must have left the prints sometime before the show started. In other words, her prints do not prove she moved the tape to mislead the victim. The prosecution's investigation was insufficient. Oh my! Punch. Oh, but on a personal level, I'm very happy about that. Hey Zach, how are we doing? It's all good, it's all good. We're having to cross-examine our wife today. So, it's a little bit awkward, but we get to see this lovely smile. So, you know. Well, prosecutor Sadman, if the defense's argument is true, then you have no evidence that the defendant moved the tape to deceive the victim. I see. Apparently, the defense is more intelligent than I had thought. More than a stink bug, at any rate. Come on. You can bump me up to at least a stag beetle now, can't you? Would that really be any better? Did you miss the wedding scene? It was a Vegas wedding. There were shotguns involved. Like, not pump-action shotguns as well. We're talking, like, side-by-side ones, which, like, the, you know, they hinge at the actual end of the barrel, so the shells go in. And there was a guy with a banjo. It was very scary. I can tell you that it was very scary. Of course, way better. Stag beetles are cool with those huge mandibles of theirs. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Alright, shoot. Even with no evidence that the accused moved the tape to misguide the victim, the victim still climbed the ladder using the tape as a guide. And entered the coffin on the stage. The accused then thrust her sword into said coffin with the victim in it. So what you're saying is the fact remains that the victim was stabbed to death, right? Precisely. However, this does drastically change one aspect of this case. I want to have a quick look at the autopsy report. Hold on. Okay. If the accused did not lead the victim to the coffin on purpose, then it means the victim's death could have been accidental. If it was indeed an accident, the defense can argue that it was involuntary manslaughter. Thrust her sword. You saw that scene. Oh, yeah. I see. If it was involuntary manslaughter, they could plead extenuating circumstances, and the severity of the crime could be mitigated. Defense, if you believe the accused did not murder the victim, then do you argue that it was an accident? This is it. The all-important question. The defense argued that Mr. Arias' death was... Which one do we go for, guys? Do we say murder? Because I've got a theory. I don't think it's just the ratings, Raja. I think that the evil Pecco Bunny is behind this. I think the evil Pecco Bunny is up to some shit. Right? Hang on, let's save. This could be giggles. This could be lols. The defense maintains that the defendant is entirely innocent. We believe that it wasn't an accident, but murder. Save Scum Co. says out to play, you know it. And what's more, we believe it was committed by a third party. A third party? As in the true culprit is someone else? That is quite a brazen claim to make, and one wholly without grounds. Your voice is as loud as your suit, and your mind echoes just as loudly in emptiness. Surely, you were but a loud red pepper in your previous life. Been demoted to a vegetable? Actually a fruit. Wow, I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. Let us hear this reasoning of yours, then. Alright, but before I give it, there is one question we need to address. If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword that the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that's the case, then how do we wind up with a dead body inside the coffin? A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? It was magic! It was magic! Yeah, true. Body Defem cast testicular torsion on him. Magic! I'm almost tempted, but like, no, let's not fuck about. Let's not fuck about. I think he was killed under stage. What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? In other words, what if the victim was already dead in the coffin from the get-go? Oh, I see. In that case, the defendant's sword wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Sadbani? He was deprotonated by Damien Temper. That is the third time. The third time of what? Hmm? The hell? The heck is this? What? Ow! My head! You think you're doing? Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience if she is struck 3 times. Disbar this man immediately. He's just attacked me in a court of law. Since you never learned, you needed to be punished. Why don't you let me worry about what I need and don't need? It is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites of the victim. You are a brainless lawyer chasing phantoms. You know nothing. This guy's such an asshole. Let this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon. I'd rather you didn't. A sermon? Now? There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Kurainism. A cornered frog will swallow even a snake. Huh? A cornered lawyer has unexpectedly struck back against the prosecution. Why is this guy here? He's the prosecutor. He's just some dickhead. He's doing the ring hand meme. Ring hand meme? Nanda. I don't remember there being like a hand meme in the ring. I thought the ring was like the eye peeking out from behind the hair. Like she crawls out of the TV, and then she does this whole sort of thing where she's just kind of like, hold on, she's kind of like this, isn't she? Where she's like, ah! And then they get scared and die. You know, that's the ring thing, is it not? Or am I thinking of something completely different? Huh? You joke that if you look at it, you're looking at a dick. What? Is he a foreigner? Yeah, he's from the country that Phoenix is in at the minute. Dodso, I don't think I've ever heard this joke before. This is not something I'm aware of. Is this like a young people thing? Is this a young people thing? Did I get it right? No, for I'm not done with my sermon. And yet, the frog still dies, its belly bitten and torn from within. Just great. And in this case, you are that frog defense. What exactly is your point, anyway? Let us assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage. Who, then, had the opportunity to do so during the show? Let's see, the people in the show were... Bonnie DeFemme, the victim Mr. Reyes, and Trucy Wright. Bonnie DeFemme was on stage throughout the entire show, as easily confirmed by the footage from the show. Which leaves us with only one suspect, Trucy Wright. Oh. Now do you see? The accused killed Mr. Reyes as he waited on standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above, thus making the murder look like an accident. No! Oh, great and merciful Holy Mother. Thus, another putrid mind has been guided towards enlightenment. What about the producer? I don't think the producer has an alibi during the show. Like, during the show, the producer's got an alibi. So, I would love to accuse him, but I don't think we can. Wait, what did he just say? I missed that. Did Apollo just swear at him? Hold on. Hang on a minute. Let me have a look at the history a second. Oh, I can't believe I swallowed his trick question hole. I thought he was calling him an asshole. Whoops. Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here. Athena, what are you... There's something I want to point out, Apollo. And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child in countenance. I may be young, but I have an attorney's badge just the same. And you would contribute to this discussion in that capacity. I most certainly would. You just argued that the defendant killed the victim under the stage, but let me remind you that Miss Wright is a girl. Clearly. Surely you didn't raise an objection simply to point out such an obvious fact. Athena, slay him, girl! Yes! Welcome back, Ara. Your Honor, please send for this little child's guardian to come take her home. I'm not done with my sermon. You don't need to talk like Prosecutor Sadmadi, you know. Listen, if the victim was killed in the understage passage, then his body would then have to be hauled up to the stage, right? However, Miss Wright is a young girl, and a pretty petite one at that. She couldn't possibly have hefted that large body up and put it in the coffin. It's an old meme? I don't know it. I genuinely don't know it, Dodso. I don't know this meme that you speak of. Like, the only stuff I know to do with the ring is, like, the eye and Sadako crawling out of the TV. So, yeah. This is an unknown thing to me, I'm afraid. That's true. It does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for the defendant. I don't think even I could do it. What do you think of that, prosecutor? Who's the child now? In my religion, the priestesses of Koreanism are revered as the pillars of our beliefs. So I naturally hold nothing but deep respect for women. Not the ring, but a ring-shaped hand gesture? Huh. No, I don't know it then. Is it something to do with this... Is it something to do with this make griddles from the Fortnites? I don't know. This is all like... This is all young people stuff to me. I don't understand. Liar, you know he's misogynistic? Uh-oh. I also think highly of the female perspective. Says the man who called this fair maiden a little child. Who's a fair maiden? I agree that your point is worth discussing, defense. How indeed was the dead body raised up into the coffin? By the accused, Trucy Wright, that is. You're committed to pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Then you explain how that'd even be possible. But of course... A dirty badge! Yeah! Throw it at him. There was a way for even a small creature like her to raise the victim's body up. That's ageism, not misogyny. I don't know, I don't think he hasn't thrown out any insults at Apollo as being a little child. And Apollo's like, what, one... I think Apollo's like 1 year older than... hang on a minute. How old's Apollo? Hold on. He's in, hang on, I'm just having a quick look. So he's like maximum 24 years old. He's a maximum of 24, according to the Ace Attorney wiki. But the thing is, he's 18 at the time. He's not quite, no, sorry, not 18. He's like 18, 19 at the time of Apollo Justice. And this is like a few years after that, isn't it? So yeah, 21, 22 is more likely, I think. Huh? Wait, you really can explain it. I foresaw that our arguments would come to this, so I've prepared a witness. Well, I'm already this prosecutor. It really is not that difficult when one can read the ultimate outcome of any trial. He couldn't have really predicted that things would turn out this, could he? It's pretty hard to believe. Excuse me, but may I step down now? Hmm? Yes, I suppose you may. One moment, Detective Skye. I'm sorry for, the way I handled all of this. You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable. It was? Yes, you served well as a detective and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the conflicted emotions you felt and performed your duty admirably. You will be rewarded for your fine work. Oh. Thank you. I hope we can work together again in the future. She doesn't. Emma seems bewildered by the unexpected praise. I guess he's a pretty nice person, like they say, as long as you're not up against him. Now then, let us call the next witness. Okay. Ah, shit! It's the bunny. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court, Pecco. It's very nice to meet all of you, Pecco. I'm a lagomorphing illusionist from the land of fairy tales. Bonnie de femme, Pecco. I can't wait to do some magic tricks for all of you, Pecco. Please, witness. There is a time and a place for all things, including magic. Aww. But would it be okay if we do just a little magic, right? Come on. Please, Pecco. Look, everybody's waiting, Pecco. Now's my chance to shine.
Shut it up.
I think he's Italian. I think that Sadmardi is not from Kurain. I think he's actually Italian. Because he was saying, shut up. Shut up. He's doing the pinch fingers when he says it as well. Like, he's doing the Italian pinch fingers. Hold on. Where's my emojis list? Hang on. Pinch fingers emoji. Here we are. Here we go. There we go. Shut up. He's Italian. That is your second time. My second time doing what, Pecco? There will be no further warnings. You should know that from our preparatory meeting, correct? Ah! Is no one exempt from His Holiness's rosary of suffering? May we have your testimony, witness, once you've recovered from your disappointment. Well, I was a huge fan of Trucy's, Pecco. I don't really want to testify against her, Pecco. I guess I have to, don't I, Pecco? As a huge fan of Trucy's, huh? I hate her, Pecco. I loathe her. I can't stand that Trucy, right, Pecco? Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that, Pecco. So this is exactly what that snivelling brat deserves, Pecco. Oh, okay. Sure, you're a real fan, alright. Destroying Trucy, you mean? Okay. I think she's the killer. I think she's probably persuaded... Oh, she's at least involved with the killing. She's at least involved, isn't she? I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mr. Rias, Pecco. I guess it's possible for a small girl to lift a dead body up if she used a stage lift, Pecco. Is it possible, Pecco? Could Trucy really have, Pecco? If Trucy did use a stage lift, I think she must have used stage lift number 2. But... The stage lift Trucy had to move out of the way during the show since it was already all the way up. Well, well, well. I was on stage for the entire show, by the way, Pecco. She's basically given this on a plate to us. Let's just hope it ain't a trap. You were on stage the whole time, and you're sure about that? Hello, welcome back in, Catherine. How you doing? Welcome to Apollo Justice, in which we are currently trying to prove the innocence of a magician. And we're trying to save her magic panties. There is no question. The entire audience could testify to that fact. What's more, she's shown clearly in the TV show footage as well. We're trying to fistfight evil Pekora. Yeah. I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Rias. Not little old me, Pecco. Therefore, the only person who could have killed the victim under stage is the accused. Furthermore, by using a stage lift, even a petite young lady could have raised the body up to the stage without difficulty. You've got to be kidding me. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. I know exactly where I'm going with this one. But we're going to save before we do it, because, yeah, obviously I don't want to get debated. It's this one here. It's this one here, right? Okay. I'm almost certain it's this. If it's not this, I'm gonna piss and shit and cry.
Objection!
It's not! I fell into the obvious trap! I fell into the obvious trap. God damn it! That's why I saved before, because I was like, this is either going to be very, very obvious or a complete fucking trap. Oh, hang on a minute. Ow! Oh, sorry, my leg's gone to sleep. Give me a moment, I just need to stretch out. Ah! Whew. Okay, there we go. You love this game. Nice. Hold on, let's press on this one. Maybe pressing was what we need to do first. Stage lift number 2. You mean the stage lift shown here on the left? That's right. With a stage lift, Pecco. I think even a small girl can easily lift a dead body up to the stage, Pecco. And so that makes her the murderer, in your opinion? Of course not, Pecco. I believe in Trucy, Pecco. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of hers, Pecco. Oh, brother. How long is she going to keep this act up? Defense, what position was stage lift number 2 in after the show? Let's see. If I recall, it was in the fully raised position. Ah! And the reason why it was fully raised is because the accused used it to lift the victim's body. Wouldn't you agree? Ugh. Feel free to slowly mull it over while you roast over the flames of hell, you evil red pepper. So now I'm also evil. See, stage lift number 2, we already know that stage lift... It couldn't have been stage lift number 2 because stage lift number 2 was stuck. Like, we've been told that stage lift number 2 was stuck, right? Oh, hang on. Trucy moved the stage lifts to cover for Bonnie's mistake. Ah! Maybe it's the statement. Stepbrother was stuck. You continue to press sentences? Understood.
Hold it!
Hold it! What makes you think it would be possible? It's not like you tried it out yourself, right? Well, actually, we did try it out for ourselves. You did? Detective Skye, if you would. Oh. So that's why you made me do that. Detective Skye... Excuse me, what did he have you do? The prosecutor asked me to try raising one of the male police officers with the stage lift. Without a single word of explanation as to why he was making me do it. You're kidding. It's as if he can really canvass all our counter-arguments. Do not underestimate this humble servant of the Holy Mother. More like haughty. I guess that means Trucy could have lifted the dead body up, Pecco. Does that mean, Pecco?
Hold it!
You didn't have a single spare moment to slip down to the understage passage. Huh? Don't tell me you suspect me now, Pecco. I'm just trying to do my job by fully examining your alibi. Depending on how solid it is, I might have to suspect you, yes. You've got to be kidding me, Pecco. Don't spit on my head and tell me it's raining, lawyer boy, Pecco. I'm right there in the footage, Pecco. You're too much of an idiot to see, Pecco. Huh? Mr. Fam, are you feeling alright? You seem suddenly different. Oh, oops, Pecco. Where did that come from, right, Pecco? Oh my god! Ara! She's back! Petan, petan, sura petan. Petan, petan, sura petan. It's Rusia! Oh no! Michael Cat is among us once more. Oh no! Oh man. Am I going to hell for that joke? I might be. Oh my, I seem to have snapped there for a second, didn't I, Pecco? Tee. You didn't just snap, you broke character just now. In any case, I was on stage the whole time performing magic, Pecco. I mean, you saw me in the footage, right, Pecco? My dazzling and flawless performance, Pecco? Flawless? That's odd, considering what you told me. You said that you made a mistake with where you positioned Mr. Hat. Mr. Fan, could I play FNAF 1? I don't know. I did consider it last Halloween, but like, honestly, looking at the gameplay, I don't know. Like, it's a very tentative maybe. Because, like, I'll be honest, I don't really get the appeal of FNAF. If I'm playing horror games, then I kind of like playing horror games where they're, like, probably old school ones, you know, like from the 90s, early 1000s. It's why I've been playing stuff like Fatal Frame and Kuon. Mr. Fam, to what is the defense referring? Well, I made a little mistake on stage, Pecco. I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see, Pecco. I'm not saying no, by the way. It's a maybe. It was nice when it was new and everyone was figuring the mechanics. Now it's a bit done and redone. I mean, I've never even watched the Let's Play of it. I'll be honest, I've never even watched the Let's Play of it. Like, I've had a very brief look into, like, a bit of gameplay footage. You know, not any, like, stream. Just, like, you know, one of those ones where it's, like, you know, just random gameplay footage. Someone's like, hey, here's 5 minutes worth of it. And I'm like, alright. And I was just kind of looking and it's like, I don't get it. I don't get this. According to the script, I was supposed to place him to the left of the coffin, Pecco. But I flubbed it up and made him stand to the right of the coffin instead, Pecco. From 2004, that's when you were born. Damn, that makes me feel old. I mean, horror games sort of like 90s, early 1000s. There's some from recent years which have caught my eye, but not very many. And because of that mistake, Trucy had to move the stage lifts around. I feel really bad about messing Trucy up like that with my goof, Pecco. Tee-hee. Darn it. I don't see any inconsistencies in a testimony. Hee-hee-hee. Now do you know who the real killer is, Pecco? Come on, Gramps, don't just sit there. Hand down your ruling pronto, Pecco. Do it quick before you keel over up there, Pecco. I beg your pardon? Oops. Oh, what's going into me, Pecco? I'm so sorry. I give her another 5 minutes before she tears off that mask. Well, Defense? Are you ready to let it all go now? I tell you what, I'm going to let it all go when I've got diarrhea and I'm positioned with my ass directly above your head, you smug bastard. Of course not. I'll never give up. Never let you down. Never run around and desert you. I see. I suppose this too is fate. The sacred scriptures of Koreanism describe a variety of hells for the damned. For someone like you, who struggles ceaselessly against his fate... Purple bulging seems most appropriate. Oh no, the Pope's playing with our balls. Why is the Pope playing with my balls? Get off my balls, Pope! Don't touch my balls! I'm not even Catholic! Ah! Get off my balls! Oh, hi, Cyber. For the sinner who struggles against his fate, Popal ball jig is the most appropriate punishment. The Pope is fiddling with our balls. That's our punishment in hell, Cyberventurer. Don't you see?
That's our punishment, having our balls filled with... Yes, you understand now, don't you, Cyberventurer? You understand now.
People... What? Oh, wait, that's Chinese. What sort of terrible place is Popal ball jig? A place where the more one struggles, the further one falls into the abyss. At the bottom of the abyss, a ferocious beast awaits. Think of it as something akin to an antline sandpit trap. Oh, there's one of those in my backyard. Wow, Korean's tale is closer to home than I thought. Now then, it would appear that the witness's testimony supports the prosecution's claims, that the defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim on the stage. Ugh, how are we supposed to get out of this jam? Hey, Apollo, if you can't find any contradictions, maybe it's time to use analytical psychology. You mean... I heard some discord in Bonnie's voice while she was testifying. I've already found an inconsistency, though. The game just didn't recognize it. See? Widget's picking up on the noise in her heart, too. That's right, Athena can hear things others can't with her super sensitive hearing. She can hear the emotions people suppress as a kind of noise or discord in their voices. Does that mean that Athena's ears are a small indie company? I understand. She can hear people's discord. Look, I'll turn my notification sounds on, then you'll hear my discord. Boop boop, boop boop, boop boop, boop boop. Alright, Athena, let's give it a try. You got it.
Hold it!
Your Honor, I'm afraid that our witness, Mr. Fan, is suffering under terrible traumatic stress due to this horrible incident. You tried to do a joke in my DMs. I don't have my Discord sound on, but let me have a look. Whoop. Is it on? Damn it! Nah, you can't get me that easily. No. I said I would turn it on. I didn't say it was on. Aha! You activated my trap card, you ne'er-do-well, you silly sausage, you blackguard, you absolute buffoon, and other things Simon would call you in bed. Maybe ignore that last part, huh? She is? Yes, what with that terrible death on stage, and her beloved Trucy getting arrested, she's under awful strain and shock. You got trapped by the powerful sound of the conditional? It's just like me and Uma Musume, when it's like, I know that I need to train more stamina, but Kita-san Black's come up with Friendship Training Rainbow, and it's plus 50 to speed and plus 25 to power, and then I lose the Japanese derby because I don't have enough stamina. Whoops. In fact, I don't know how much more she can take before she's unfit to testify. What, Pekka? Oh, I've heard of that. What's it called? Postal stress disorder, right? It's where a person becomes uncontrollably angry, I think. I've read about it somewhere. Postal stress disorder? Has the judge been playing Postal? Unexpected. Unexpected. That's going Postal, Your Honor. This is PTSD. Oh my. How lewd. So that's why the witness acts so hostile at times, as if she were a different person. Yes, and I think her condition is clouding her memory of the incident. Therefore, I suggest a short therapy session for the witness. Huh? Therapy, Pekka? You know the first thing about a magician's mental strength, Pekka. I've risked my life jumping through rings of fire and having my body sawn in half, Pekka. Oopsie. Boy, I have to watch my temper, don't I, Pekka? Tee-hee. Miss Sykes, please do whatever you can to help this unfortunate young lady. And what exactly is this child planning to do, Mr. Justice? With her super-sensitive hearing, Miss Sykes can hear a witness's true emotions. Simply from tone and inflection, she can tell exactly what a person's feeling. I can even pick out things that a witness is trying to suppress or hide. Widget projects the emotions I hear into the mood matrix, where I can analyze them. It sounds like some sort of spurious devilry, though I find it hard to believe. I must ask, how do emotions constitute evidence? How do emotions constitute evidence? How the fuck does some little teenage girl prancing around in a pond constitute evidence, you Koreanist moron? Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. Look, look. Some watery tart prancing about in a puddle does not form the basis for a system of government, alright? It just fucking doesn't. Oh my goodness me. While I won't say that emotions can be taken as evidence per se, I just insulted someone else's culture to make his point. Okay, okay, we're going down this road, are we? Fine. Escargot and Chablis. Oh. Making fun of the Brits is always valid. You know what? That's fair. I'm not even going to try and dispute that. I have seen how instrumental Miss Sykes' work has been in cracking a case. Miss Lettuce. Miss Lettuce. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Therefore, I wholly support giving it a try. I see. If you are in favour of it, Your Honour, then I have no objections. Even this mere monk can see that something disturbs the witness. That'll disturb you, Pecco. Oh, thank you for understanding, Prosecutor Sad Marty. The existence of Prosecutor Sad Marty implies the existence of Prosecutor Happy Marty. It's actually, it's kind of funny because I don't know if this is slang elsewhere or if this is a word that is just endemic to where I live. But in our local dialect, the word Mardy, spelt as, I'll put it in chat. The word Mardy, and let's just put that in YouTube chat as well, just so you guys can see. That word means grouchy or bad-tempered. If you're being Mardy, you're throwing a strop. You know, you're being stressy. You're having a bit of an angry moment. So if he's Prosecutor Sad Mardy, he's sad and angry. And in French is Tuesday. Well, have enough. Send fancy missiles. Apollo, you remember to conduct the therapy session, right? You want me to lead the session? Of course. You're the lead on this case, after all. Fair enough, but do I need a refresher? Nah, we ball. I think I still remember from the last time, so let's get right into it. The last time we did a therapy session, we used it to fuck an orca whale. Not that we would know about Mardy moods around here. No, I am the very soul of calmness. I am absolutely angelically calm at all times. I never get cross about anything. Ever! Ah! Okie dokie. You ready, Widget? Let's do this! Chronologically, the last time we did therapy was on Fool's Bright. The guy puppeteering his corpse. Alrighty, here we go. I guess Trucy is the one. Who killed Mr. Rios, Pecco. Even she could move the body with that lift, Pecco. I was on stage at the time. But that terrible mistake, Pecco. My stupid fludge caused Trucy so much trouble, Pecco. I feel so bad about it. No, you fucking don't.
Got it!
No, you fucking don't. I have to say, Mr. Pham, you certainly are a strange one. Even though you said I feel so bad about it, it seems you were feeling happy about it. Donk! I think I can guess why you were feeling happy. It must be because you messed Trucy up. I think you were happy because you messed the defendant up. I'm right, aren't I? You gotta be kidding me, Pecco. Why would I be happy I messed Trucy up? I'm a big fan of hers, Pecco. Because we saw you. I hate her, Pecco. I loathe her, Pecco.
I can't stand that Trucy, right, Pecco? Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that, Pecco.
You don't know if you use Mardy in Florida. It's a very Yorkshire word. Like, it is incredibly common around Yorkshire, but I've never heard anyone outside of, like, probably 20, 30 miles outside of where I live ever use that word.
So this is exactly what that snivelling brat deserves, Pecco.
We saw how you said you hated Trucy, right? How you were glad she was in trouble, and even how it was what she deserved. Ow! And it looks like I hit the bunny on the head, so to speak. Apollo, the noise level drops. Now, if we could get it down to 0%. Well, Mr. Fam, are you ready to confess how you really feel?
What? What do you mean, Pecco? I'm Bonnie, the sweet, cute little bunny, Pecco. I'm a rookie magician working hard to be just like my idol, Trucy, Pecco. That's the character I'm supposed to be, Pecco.
She's definitely a VTuber. She's definitely, or a Harushia. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Keep that up, Mr. Fam, and you're going to have a mental breakdown. Just let yourself be who you really are. Who I really am, Pecco.
The two sides of you are fighting each other and doing you psychic harm. Wait. Oh, she's a poison type. Is that why she's purple?
Oh, okay. I can hear them. Two distinct voices battling inside of you.
One of them's a wolf, which wants to be like a big, burly, furry top wolf. And the other is a wolf who wants to be a big, burly, bottom wolf. There's two wolves inside you. You vaured wolves! They're both gay. You swallowed both of those wolves whole, and now they're having sex inside of your belly. Well, this got very fucked up very fast. I mean, I make this joke, but, like, I became pregnant earlier. That was a thing. So, during the daytime, when I'm working, I tend to put my Oshi streams on, because it's a good time to catch them, right? It's a good time to catch them, because she normally streams while I'm working. I can put her streams on during the day. Tune in. It's a good time. And someone on the Twitch chat side came in and just said something like, you know, are you pregnant? And it's just like, what? And I'm pretty... Her mods, like, kicked them out really fast. But very entertaining. She kind of used it to bit on about, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm not, but, you know, maybe we can make chat pregnant. I just put in, all right, I'll take one for the team then. I'll be the one. So, yeah, I ended up man pregnant. And, well, unfortunately for me, I have seen the film Alien from 1979, and I know how male pregnancy goes. It tends to go through the chest outwards, painfully. So when I die from a chest burster, guys, know that it was my Oshi's fault. Tags for this stream: Mpreg, Mardy, Wolves, Bicycle. I mean, as long as you don't throw Vor on there, we're good, right?
Shut your pie hole, you know-nothing, know-it-all, Pecco. I mean, you mustn't say things like that, or I might get flustered, Pecco.
Mr. Fan, how would you insist on maintaining this wolf in sheep's clothing act? Oh no, god damn it. We're going to start attracting those people in. The gobblers are coming. We can't end the therapy session until you get real with us. There's only so many directions a baby can go, even an alien one. Oh my word. Set the wild beast inside you free. Gow! She rips open her flesh prison. And out steps Agent Lang. How you doing there, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Agent Lang from Interpol. I was inside this girl the whole time because I'm a wolf. Gow! Ow! She's having a mentee bee. Uh-oh.
Don't make me laugh, Pecco. You don't know a dang thing about me, Pecco. You want to see who I really am? Fine. Take a good look, Pecco.
Oh, okay. Unexpected. It's like Men in Black movie. Oh god, yeah. Sheep's clothing? You got it all wrong. It's a rabbit suit I've got on. And I'm not a wolf, I'm a blood-sucking vampire. A bat with fangs and wings. Oh, this is where Vesper went! Vesper just became a femboy. I understand. Spooky ASMR time. Ah! I think we just opened Pandora's box. I'm finally done with that goody two-shoes cottontail act. I feel free as a bat. Good for her. Good for her. Oh, man. I mean, so there had to be some way to break free from that therapy session with Crony, right? God, I've rewatched that the other day, and fucking hell. We're never going to get peak like that again, are we? We're never going to get peak to that level again, are we? We're just not. Well, well, well. Defense, your therapy session has taken a turn for the worse by the look of it. There's a perfectly good explanation for this, isn't there, Miss Sykes? Methinks I create a monster. We blew it! The bunny girl turns into a bat, you blew it. You know, the therapy session goes wrong, you blew it. Hey, you, lobster boy. Who, me? You think I'm glad Trucy's in trouble? I think she's getting her just deserts. Her just deserts? I think that's supposed to say just desserts. Well, guess what? You're right. Does this mean you admit to wishing the defendant harm? Well, the bat is out of the bag now. That mistake of mine was a work of art. Thanks to my goof, poor little Trucy had to do all that hard physical labour. When you say hard physical labour, what are you referring to? Because of Mr. Hat's new position, Trucy had to move both of those huge stage lifts. They must have been so heavy. What a riot. That's strange. Athena, could you please add that last statement to Bonnie's testimony? Alright, I'll update the move matrix with new info. Hey, Apollo. Now there's a new inconsistency in the testimony. Yeah, she finally slipped up, so what do I need to do now? Well, from this point onward, you just do what you do best. Oh, we're going to do the red line thing. Find the contradiction in the testimony and present evidence to refute it. Donk 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 Oh. Okay. I'll settle down. I got a bit overexcited there, chap. You're afraid he's losing it. Oh dear Cyber. I can't lose what I never had. Right? Do you understand? I can't lose. Ah! Oh. We're lost in the void, chat. We're lost in the void. Oh, it's all gone weird tonight. Okay. Oh. Ah! You just uppercut my nuts with a hammer. What the fuck? You just uppercutted my nuts. Is it time to build a big hole in Minecraft? We're going to dig straight down. And if there's lava at the other end of that hole, then, you know, we'll ball. My character's so cute. Thank you. The Chibi model is by Hexose. I do have a full-size model, but the Chibi is a lot more expressive. I think it's because like the main model I've been using for a while is... I think it's probably the artist tester model. The character's cute, what I say isn't. What you trying to say about me? I am the say-so-ist sea slug you done ever seen. Understand that. Okay. Right, okay. Even she could move the body without lift. Here's the info update, okay? You know what? Serves her right. Key. So the issue is that she's had to move the stage lift, but if she's moved the stage lift, the body would have been on the other lift, right? Put a save in there, shall we? So if she had to move the lift, the body would have been on the other lift. But what the lift number 2 was stuck. Lift number 2 was stuck in the up position. It couldn't move. Like we've already established, this lift can't come down because she couldn't move it. Let's have a look at the evidence we got. Look up Trucy's statement. Yeah, sure. Trucy moved the lifts to cover for body to protect. She told no one about this. Ah, she never told anyone that she moved the stage lifts. Ah, I see the vision. I see the vision. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Objection!
That doesn't make sense. What? So you think I'm crazy now? Yes. Insert she-ha laughter here. Yes. No, that's not the point I was trying to make. But I don't hear you denying it. Mr. Pham, allow me to repeat your statement. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts. That's right. And I still say... Oh. But how did you know? How did you know Miss Wright moved the stage lifts? Huh? According to her own statement, Ace Attorney revolves around 3 mechanics: victims writing in blood, witnesses having infos they shouldn't have, and gunpowder residues. Did you know, Ara? Did you know that ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun? They allow me to draw 2 new cards from my deck. Wait, that's not right. Is it? Huh? It got a... You've got a lot of queer subtext. There is a lot of queer subtext in Ace Attorney. It's like, damn, these dudes gay. Good for them. Good for them. She didn't tell anyone she'd done so. What? So how could you possibly have known what she had done unless you saw her? You saw Miss Wright moving the list in the understage passage, didn't you? Key! Uh-oh. Well, well, well. Wait, look at those ears. Is she a new Musume? Oof. Bye-bye. You did it, Apollo. Noise levels are at 0%. She's a bat, not a horse. Yeah, well, Rice Shower is apparently a horse, not a bat. And yet she looks spooky. You know. She's all purple and spooky. You know. Maybe we ship them. But Mr. Justice, wouldn't that mean... Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Pham herself was under the stage where the victim was killed. And I hardly need to tell the court what that means. You are one artful liar, Mr. Pham, and one spectacular suspect. Then we have an issue? What's the issue? Donk 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 donk. Why, you shiny red lobster boy. You're saying I killed Mr. Reus? I'm saying that's a possibility. What's more, I say you had a solid motive to frame my client for the murder as well.
Objection.
My apologies for raining on the defence's merry revelry. But you seem to have forgotten one very important point. Oh, really? The TV footage. As you can clearly see, Mr. Pham was on the stage the whole time. The entire audience can bear witness to that fact, including you. Oh, yeah. You have just taken a long and senseless journey, only to return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the understage passage, which means the only one left who could have killed the victim is the accused. Ah! Guess the party's over. Ugh. But Mr. Pham knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, Prosecutor Sadmardi? It's quite simple. The accused must have told Mr. Pham about it, but then forgot. You love how his hair clips every time he claps? I would love to see him get clapped by Manfred von Karma. There's no reason for wanting to see him get clapped by anyone who isn't Manfred von Karma. I just think it would be a beautiful thing to see. You know. And, yes, this is not I think it would be hot. This is like, Carmody. Beautiful. Ha! Open those useless eyes of yours and take a good look at the footage. If Mr. Pham really was in the understage passage, it would mean she was on stage and understage at the same time. Understage, overstage, wombling free. The bat is the one who did the killy. You mean she was in two places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes any sense. It may be an explanation, but I'm not so sure about the makes sense part. Then we'll just have to make it make sense. Your Honour, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. That is the defence's assertion. I've heard some illogical things come out of you before, but this is absurd. I'm sure you'll change your tune once you hear my reasoning, Your Honour. My gut tells me you're bluffing, but I'll bite. The witness has mastered quantum entanglement. Oh, man. You know what? Like, I am so tempted to see if I can get the rights to cover a song called Quantum Leaper. Like, the thing is, I don't think anyone would actually give a shit about the cover, because I'm just some little guy. But, like, Quantum Leaper is a very fun song to sing. Have you ever heard of that song, guys? Have you ever heard of Quantum Leaper? No, you never heard of it. Would you like me to give you a bit of a taster as to like how the word Quantum Leaper is sung within this song? Would you like to hear this? Would you like to hear my dulcet tones as I sing you a song? You suppose it's very screamy? I mean, a little bit. So let me I'll just slide away from the mic a little bit. A bit growly? Yeah, because like when you kind of go, just like that. It's right at the lowest end of my vocal register.
It's right the way down here. And that's how you have to sing that part of the song.
You should see my neck when I do that. Like, all the like ligaments and muscles on my neck stand up on end to a huge degree. It's very entertaining. Like if I have to pitch my voice down for a character
And I have got all words at the very important voice register. It looks like I'm the Necronomicon.
I have a lot of fun with that voice. Oh dear. Yeah, when they remake Aladdin, I'm gonna be the Cave of Wonders. How do you explain how the witness was in two places at once? Let me have a look at the court record a minute. Bonnie's teleportation trick. Ahaha! Let's not forget that Mr. Pham's specialty is teleportation magic. With teleportation, she can be in two places at practically the same time. I think I goofed. I think I goofed. So you believe that teleportation actually exists? No, I believe that she's making it look like it exists. I believe that she's making it look like it exists. I thought I was onto something. Well, you know what magicians always say about their magic? It's all real. No tricks or gimmicks involved. You have to explain the trick of the spell. Well, I've listened patiently to your reasoning, and the only thing to spell is the false air of competence you tried to project. I see what you did there. Good one, Your Honor. Ho, ho, ho. You might be surprised to hear this, but I used to be known as the jokester judge. Well, at least I avoided a penalty with some well-placed brown nosing. Okay, please let me try again, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Justice. So, in the last time that we saw a teleportation spell in Ace Attorney was the twink gun case, right? And in the twink gun case, remind me, I think there was a fake Lamara on stage, was there not? There was a fake Lamara and they kind of swapped them around or something. So the Bonnie on stage was fake. There were two Bonnies. These two are kind of similar. Now, let's go back to... Two Bonnies makes more sense. It potentially does, yeah. Hold on a minute. So I'm just looking to see... You don't remember the fake Lamara? I'm sure there was. Okay. Wasn't the teleportation trick just done through a passageway? It was, yeah. Yeah, I think it was. So, let's go with... There were two Bonnies. There were two Bonnies, Your Honor. They were reproducing like Bonnies. If that were the case, it would all make sense, wouldn't it? There were two of them. I suspected you had a few screws loose, but now I see some are missing altogether. Is there a toolkit in this courtroom, Your Honor? I suppose two, no, 3 screws to the head should right in his putrid brain. You figured there were two Bonnies as soon as you heard about the teleportation trick and the fact she seems to have two personalities? Well, yeah, but that would be like... They'd have to be swapping out incredibly rapidly, wouldn't they? No, wait, please listen to my argument. Very well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give it a listen. See, I just assumed that Bonnie is deeply disturbed, and that she presents this very petan, tsuru petan, say-so image, but then occasionally goes death metal, slams her desk, and then goes all stabby. That was a whole thing, wasn't it? Very well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give it a listen. As was argued earlier, Miss DeFam is shown in the footage the whole time, but at the same time, she was also watching Miss Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are two Bonnies. That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor Sadmari? This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that we should lose no time in replacing the defence's many lost screws. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say that one person is actually two. Oh! She's Alfarius! I understand now. You should have just said she's Alfarius. That would have made sense. But then which one's Omegon? But we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. So if the Bonnie DeFam in the footage is the real Bonnie, then the Bonnie here on the witness stand, the one who must have been under stage, this Bonnie DeFam is our second Bonnie. Key! She is. Say we call the one in front of us Bonnie number 2. I believe I have just the piece of evidence to prove that a Miss Bonnie number 2 exists. Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice. What proves the existence of a Bonnie number 2? Now, this is where we have to focus, right? An unknown fingerprints were found on top. I don't think it proves it, but it does imply that it's a possibility. What are we thinking? Fingerprinting results? Try it. You're thinking you know the answer. I'm thinking I have Control S. My faithful friend. You gotta go, Hades. No worries. Tomorrow at 5 PM UK time, so 1 hour earlier than normal, we're playing some more Chrono Trigger. So we're not doing any Warhammer this week. We're gonna do that next week. Control S will be a very OP power. Yeah, it's like excuse me. It's like Mitsubishi Lancer from ReZero. Okay, let's try it.
Take that!
What's this? During our investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on the coffin on the stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show. But they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in this case. An unknown third party's fingerprints. I was not told of this. Emma must have kept it from him. So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to? Mr. Pham, or should I say Bonnie number 2. These are your fingerprints, aren't they? Yeah!
Shot to them!
Enough of this foolishness. One person could not possibly be 2. Those fingerprints could have been left not only during the show, but at any time.
Objection!
It's not like you to lose your cool like that, Prosecutor Sadbody. And I'm sure you know that. Exactly when the fingerprints were made is not the main issue. What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice? The issue is who do these unknown prints belong to? They're certainly not Bonnie DeFam's. But what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us? Oh, you mean Bonnie number 2 is the second Bonnie? Twin VTubers exist, Your Honor. Sometimes they go bulk bulk, sometimes they go blep blep. And sometimes they get mentioned at my workplace, which scares the shit out of me. Is that what you're implying? Ugh. It's preposterous to suggest that these prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual. Prosecutor Sadmadi, can you really look at her and still say that? What are you looking at? Take a picture, it'll last longer. How could this be? Sometimes you try to ignore them until YouTube recommends them in your face. Yeah. If we check her prints, I'm sure they'll match the unknown set. Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the real you belong to you, don't they? Bonnie number 2. When you thought you were working at a professional company, oh, we are a bunch of shitposters. Like, lawyers shitpost hard. A lot of us are very serious and very dour and very boring. But then I have brain damage, and I don't care. I have brain damage, and I do not give a shit. You know, I am very much the team's clown in a lot of ways. But the thing is, right, there's actually a logic to that, if you believe it. Do you know what the logic to that is? What happens when you have a team that are dour and miserable and humorless? You have no morale. What do you have if you've got a team where someone is willing to just openly crack jokes and does not give a flying fuck? People appreciate that. You know, boys' spirits up. It's a morale thing. Keeping morale up is incredibly important in a workplace, and I'm very good at that. Yeah. I'm also very good at being grouchy, so, you know, you'd never have guessed that, though. Would you? Would you, chap? Ah. Key! You would. I'm glad you believe me. Witness, is what the defense has said true? Fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine. Then does that mean you aren't Bonnie DeFam? What? Ridiculous. Yeah, get fucked, asshole. Cope and seethe. I mean, the thing is, Nayuta's not going to survive this game. I already know Ara. I don't. This is not a spoiler, but Nayuta is not going to survive this game. Do you know how I can tell? Look at his braid. He's got an anime mum braid. He's gonna die. He's dead. He's already dead. He's Eren's mum. He's going straight into that Titan. Nope, there's only one Bonnie. That's because I'm Betty. Oh, okay. Betty the fam. What? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for a wondrous magic show. Gasp in amazement as this lagomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely, it's showtime. What? Athena's loving it. Oh, yeah, they're twins. I see. Well, unexpected. Okay, fair enough. What an amazing trick to witness something split into two people. It's not a trick. No gimmick to it either. We're simply twins, Pecco. What? Twins? So that's how the teleportation trick works. Ever since our debut, I've had to hide or pretend I'm Bonnie. All cute and sweet and goody-goody. Can't tell you how stressful it's been. But I don't have to hide anymore. That's right, our days of sneaking around are finally over, Pecco. Their cover is blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it. You thought that was where we were going with this? I'll be honest, I didn't see this coming. When we got to the point where it's like, hang on, there's two of them, it's like, oh, so maybe there's like a twin. But it didn't twig until then. So, which one of you was the nice Bonnie to fan we met in the dressing room? That would be me, Pecco. And the sharp-tongued Bonnie we saw at the racing around her understage was... Hey, who are you calling sharp-tongued? It's all starting to make sense now. It do be the easy way to do a teleportation trick. I mean, there's another way that you can do a teleportation trick. Like, here's how to do a teleportation trick involving a small child, right? Listen well. I will teach you a magic trick right now on YouTube and Twitch.com. So to do a teleportation magic trick with a small child, first, take yon child. Then, go to thy local forest, cut down many timbers. You will also need rope of sturdy construct. Now, assemble yon logs once pared down into yonder trebuchet. Now loadeth the child into the trebuchet and launch them. And verily they will be teleported into thy enemy's wall. And thy enemy will be like, fucking hell, we're getting besieged here. Straight to heaven. I like how you knew that it was going for a trebuchet as well. So, Mr. Justice, this changes the facts of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it? It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time. So Bonnie couldn't have committed the crime. But Betty, on the other hand, who was understage, did have the opportunity. Cope and seethe, dickhead. Cope and seethe. Oh, this is beautiful. Can we just make this the rest of the stream? I just want the rest of the stream to be this asshole coping and seething. One way is to use quantum physics to create an exact duplicate of yourself in a different location while yourself kicks the bucket in a trap. This sounds like a movie reference. Which one? I mean, wouldn't we be getting into a temporal paradox as well if that was to happen? It is. Which movie is it? Oh, for fuck's sake! Which movie is it? It's on the tip of my brain and I can't... Ah, give me a second. I'm just going to stretch my legs, alright? Give me a moment. Which film is it? Tell me, Zach. Tell me the film. Tell me the film right now. The Prestige. It's not the film I was thinking for some reason. But you know what? That's okay. Well, so we now have 2 suspects. Wait just a minute there, Lobster Boy. I didn't do it. That's right. Betty might have a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody, Pecco. Hey, who's got a foul mouth here? Oh, I'm starting to see some twincest going on here. How about you guys? I'm going straight to hell. Ow. Oh, well, speak up. Huh?
Hold it!
Thankfully, no. Please save your sibling squabbling for later. Bessie, you must have been in the understage passage during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage list being moved. So what exactly were you doing down there? Fine, I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back. Prosecutor Sadmani, Betty DeFam is ready to testify. What do you say? Betty, you lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Hey, what else could I do? I could blow our cover and ruin our magic act. Hee. Besides, aren't I gonna go to your Twilight Hell or whatever for being a liar? You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather, I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil. In interrogation hell. Eek! Now then, Betty DeFam, please explain to this court what exactly you were doing under the stage. Oh, they're both on the stand. This is different. It's true. I had business in the understage passage because of the upcoming trick. I tell you what Nayuta can see the strand of. It's actually his underpants. And, you know, like when you get that little squiggly bit of fabric that comes out your pants, it's like, oh, okay, so it's going now. That's gotten caught in his swirly thing. And it's just dangling in front of his face, and there's just a little tag nut of poo that's clinging to it. And he's very cross about that, because it's like, oh no, my strand of fate is actually from my bum. Oh, that's terrible. I'm Nayuta. I'm a dickhead. La-di-da-di-da. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. It was the fire trick, right, Pecco? The one Mr. Rears was supposed to do, Pecco. That's right. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. Is that so? A fire bucket to be used in case of fire. Not only was it empty, but dust lines the inside of the pail. It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, Pecco, but I couldn't because of the accident. Shut up. You're going to give it away. Anyway, I was real busy. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Rears, Pecco. I see the problem already here. Well, that was certainly different. Hee. How's that for a flawless testimony and alibi? Magic is real. It's not a trick or a gimmick. Look at those hands just propping her up. Oh my, she's floating. Your Honor? You can see she's being held up from below. You were supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's not something called etiquette. But I can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out. Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. I see what the issue is here already. I'm going to beeline to it. let's get to the passage in question. I had to make sure we were prepared for it. Let's also have a look at the show script. Yeah, so it comes after the teleportation and escape trick. I think this one.
Hold it!
I'm going to press on this one. And you were taking every necessary precaution, is that right? Of course, every precaution. After all, it's a very dangerous trick that uses real fire. I mean, we had to be ready in case the curtain caught on fire or something, right? By the time people realised it wasn't a part of the act, it might be too late, huh? If by people you mean Athena Sykes, then yes.
Wow, a fire trick. That sounds really impressive.
Your beard would go up in smoke, old man. I bet people mistake you for a cue ball or something without it.
A cue ball?
Betty, don't be rude to the judge, Pecco. Betty, you know that fire trick? Right, I'm going to try and present the fire bucket here because the fire bucket hasn't been used. The fire bucket has not been used at all. So if you're making preparations, right?
Objection!
Haha! That one was easy. I hate to break this to you, Betty, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one in that floating trick you did earlier. Ooh, harsh words. Well, let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick. No one except me, you mean? Well, we have even better tricks up our sleeves. Huh? We do? I told you to keep it zipped.
Now, don't fight, you two. Mr. Justice, what's this about a flaw in the testimony?
The script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket lying empty backstage except for a layer of dust. Ah! Aye. Donk. You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty? You got me!
Betty, dear fam, you will explain yourself.
There's nothing to explain. Come on, Bessie, we can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell them. Shut up! You can barely take care of yourself. Don't try and tell me what to do. Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Bessie didn't prepare for the fire trick is because she knew the show wouldn't go on. So, my current working theory is this. The, Johnny Depp guy is the killer. And I think that Betty is an accomplice. Fredo Mercuro would be really sad. Too bad, because I hate Queen. No, I genuinely do think they're terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. She knew the show wouldn't go on. You didn't prepare for the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew the body would be found and the show would then be cancelled. Ah! Well, well, well. Don't be ridiculous, you insignificant speck of a man. I'm going to yank those lame bangs of yours off. Is that what you want? Huh?
Objection!
Oh, right, I have base musical taste? I do! Thank you, Ara. I do have base musical taste. You're right. Yeah. Thank you for the praise. Whatever. They can grow back. Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already. I can't reveal my secrets. I'm a magician.
Objection!
You have been chasing the shadow of an illusory culprit defense. And having chanced upon a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away. All about the bass and sometimes the drums. You gonna pat my head? Yay! Ah! I should have known! Oh. Exactly. Where's your proof, huh? And yet, I concede that the witness's taste for false words has also been proven. I advise you to confine your deceitful trickery to your magic act, witness. Deceitful trickery?
Objection!
As your court-appointed therapist, I'd like you to add something here, Betty. You finally let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again. Huh. But all these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real. So I'll be behind bars either way. Does that mean you're admitting your guilt? Of course not. Can't believe you people. Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do. You. Lobster boy, cue ball geezer, head case brat, Cerberus monk. Cerberus monk? Cue ball geezer? Head case brat? Really? Betty, calm down, Pecco. Come on now. Deep breaths, Pecco. Deep breaths. She's not going to be satisfied until she's tasted blood and flesh. Look, I'm not the murderer, I tell you. Then how do you know the show would be called off before the fire trick? I told you. We can't reveal our secrets. We're under contract. Contract? What is she talking about? Be that as it may, you're obviously a suspect in this case.
Objection!
You thought we agreed to no vote? We're gonna vote these two girls straight to prison. I'm beginning to see the karmic threads that make up the intricate tapestry that is this case. Also correct. Ah, got ya. Huh? Allow me to summarize your assertions, defense. Oh, you thought we agreed to no vor. I see. No, we did agree to no vor. First, that the victim was killed in the understage passage. And second, that the witness and the accused are the only two who could have done it. Exactly. What's more, Bessie knew that the body would be found, and that the magic show would then be called off. Therefore, it's reasonable to conclude that Bessie killed the victim understage. But what if Bessie knew that the show would be called off for some other reason? Like what? In the course of my investigation, I found it strange that the dragon set piece fell when it did. That, in conjunction with the body tumbling from the coffin in such a dramatic fashion, all seemed too perfect for mere happenstance. It was as though the entire chain of events had been planned out in advance. Donk! I love that animation! I love that, it's so cute! Donk! Planned out. After deciding to take this case, I scrupulously studied everything I could about the mass media in this country. I've read the newspaper, old news reports, I even browsed tabloid magazines. How very industrious of you, I'm impressed. During this process, I learned about a strange practice favoured by the TV world. A practice called the hidden camera prank. Ah! Betty and Bonnie, you knew about this, did you not? About the dead body appearing, the set piece falling, the show being suspended. You two were informed of this plan by Take-Two TV in advance, correct? Ah! Is that true? Betty, please, let's tell them now, Pecco. I can't hold it in anymore. Arrgh. Dang it, fine, you got us. Everything the prosecutor said is true. The TV station paid us to cooperate with them on this plan. It was all a prank, a big setup planned out in advance. Mr. Rios showing up dead in the coffin. The set piece falling down. It was all completely scripted. Well. It was all a prank. Someone's fucking dead. Buddy, is this really true? Yes, Mr. Rios was supposed to pretend to be dead, Pecco. That's how it was supposed to go, Pecco. It's just a prank, bro. I've just skewered you in the ass with a sword, bro. It's just a prank, bro. I'm just, you know, it's, the fact that I'm moving it up and down and backwards and forwards, it's just a prank, bro. Just go with it, bro. It's just a prank, bro. What do you mean you're enjoying it, bro? It's just a prank. It's just a prank. Get off of my lunch and meat truncheon, bro. Or don't. Maybe that'd be more fun. So he was in it too. Did I really just use the term lunch and meat truncheon on a live stream? Amazing. Oh my god. I'm so glad that no one from work has watched me for any long duration of time at this point. That's right. He was supposed to show up dead in the coffin. And then the set piece would fall down. Trucy would be shocked and start to panic. That's how the prank script went. What? The heck kind of prank is that? But we never thought he'd actually wind up dead. Yeah, that was the only thing that was different from the script, Pecco. Poor Mr. Rios. Well, I'm so completely lost right now. Well, Bessie and Bonnie, it certainly sounds like you have some explaining to do. Alright, alright. I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. Just this once, we'll share how it was done with you. So listen carefully. You'll never hear this kind of thing anywhere else. Oh, okay. After our teleportation trick, I went down on the stage. When Mr. Rios's... wrong voice. When Mr. Rios's body appeared from the coffin on stage, Pecco, it was time for Bessie to do her job in the understage passage. That's right, I used a remote control for the winch connected to the dragon set piece. And made it fall down. And just before the dragon fell, Pecco, I called Trucy to the backstage so she wouldn't get hurt. After that, the plan was for Mr. Rios to come back to life in front of a panicked Trucy. He was supposed to laugh and fly up and away. That's how it was scripted anyway. But for some reason, he really did turn up dead, so we kind of just stayed on the ground. What kind of sick joke is that? It sounds like a terribly mean-spirited prank to me. The poor defendant was trying to do her magic show. I guess so. I'm sorry, Trucy. Huh, whatever. It was all the ratings Raja's idea anyway. Yeah, it sounds like just the kind of thing a guy like him would come up with. This is the prank plan script we got from the ratings Raja. Okay. Dang it, you made us break our contract, now we won't get paid. But where does this all leave us? Who killed the victim and when? Yes, exactly. Those are the key questions. If Mr. Rios was only pretending to be dead in the coffin as part of the prank, then when he was under stage, there would still be life within him. And if that is the case, then Betty, who was also under stage, may be excluded from our list of suspects. Ah! Witness, was the victim alive up until he entered the coffin? Oh, well, now that we've spilled the beans, we might as well show you this video. You killed him yesterday. Oh.
Greetings, viewers. It is I, the great Mr. Rios. We are currently in the middle of Trucy's escape trick. Having snuck through the understage passage undetected, I am now hiding backstage, preparing to play a little prank on Trucy. I am about to hide in the coffin, which Trucy will stab with a rubber sword. And when the coffin opens, I will be acting as though I've met my maker. Can you imagine the look on Trucy's face then? I can hardly wait.
He's about to hide in the coffin. it would seem that the threads of karmic destiny have led us to the truth. The victim passed through the understage, where Betty DeFemme was, and came up into the backstage area. We know this because Mr. Rios appeared to be backstage when he shot the video we saw. It appears that way, yes. And defense, you proposed the following, did you not? What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put in the coffin? But then, what about this video? This footage was taken just before Mr. Rios entered the coffin. Ugh. There's a knife on the inside door of the coffin, isn't there? Oh, so does that mean... Yes, it is horrible but true. The tragedy did indeed play out right there on the stage. But no, that doesn't make sense. They're continuously overlooking the fact this would be a side thrust. His wound is in the back. The locus of injury is completely inconsistent with the suggested methodology. Armpit. Trucy right, thrust her blade. Ugh. Ah! Huh? What's that, Ara? Armpit? What? What are you talking about armpits for? Kind of weird, champ. Kee-hee-hee. See? Told you so. So are you saying the incident was a tragic accident that happened during a prank? It would be an accident if the accused had no knowledge of the prank beforehand. So let us ask the accused herself. Miss Wright, did you have prior knowledge of the prank? What? I... Tell him, Trucy. You didn't know anything about it, right? Of course I didn't. I didn't know a single thing about it.
Objection.
Still think you can play innocent, do you? In that case, you leave me little choice but to present this piece of evidence. It looks like some sort of note. That's... I found this note in the dressing room after the incident. At the time, I did not understand what it meant, but it is all clear to me now. Bonnie, get the video camera after Mr. Rios comes tumbling out. What's this? Let's see. It says, get the video camera after Mr. Rios comes tumbling out. It is a note signed by the accused, instructing Bonnie to collect Mr. Rios' video camera from him, it seems. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Do we have that in our evidence? We don't. Hold on. What? No! Objection! 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 I probably shouldn't bang my desk too hard because, like, the draw's kind of falling away. Hold on. I need to get some wood glue on that, I think. Hang on. There's going to be something about the signature, ain't there? I found it in the dressing room before the show. When I saw it, I realised that Trucy knew about the prank. It does bear her signature. I'll give you that. So the defendant had prior knowledge of the prank. I want to check this. Trucy, right. Okay. This is going to be important. Hold on. What am I looking for again? Well, the way that the signature is written, I was looking to see if there was any inconsistency in how the signature is actually written on the page. Because the way that the signature is looks very easy to forge. It would appear so, yes. When she learned about the plan to trick her, she decided to use it for her own advantage. So she thrust the steel sword into the coffin when the victim stood chuckling to himself. Is that not what happened, Miss Wright? Of course not! I didn't write or sign that note! Ah, but the handwriting matches yours. All of the evidence and testimony points to you being the culprit. Oh, was it the carbon paper that they might have done that with, we think? But I didn't do it! It wasn't me! Then explain the existence of this note. You can do that, can you not? I can't explain it. I didn't write it, so I don't understand. I didn't kill Mr. Rears. You have to believe me. Well. I can't wait to rub his face in it. It does be very mysterious. I want to get close to you. Oh, Mr. Reus girl, move your body close to mine. Continue struggling against the threads of your own karma, if you wish, accused. Even as you are inescapably caught in the web of fate you've spun for yourself. Oh, to be continued? Not quite. Miss Wright, it is time to resign yourself to your fate. Ara, how much longer is left on this part, just out of interest? Are we almost at a to be continued bit, or is it going to go on for a bit longer, do we think? We should have a recess soon. Okay. No, I didn't do it.
Ah, I knew it.
That sweet-looking girl, a murderer?
She took all of us in with that activist.
The whole case lasted a day? Ah, okay. But I didn't do it. I really didn't. Why doesn't anybody believe me?
Show me, you killer.
We won't fall for that anymore. This is bad. Your Honor, I suggest we put an end to this tragedy now. Give your official ruling and let us offer the victim's soul the last rites it deserves.
Very well. I suppose I have no other choice. This court hereby finds the defendant Trucy
Objection!
The whole game likes to put us alone against the crowd. Yeah, last time it was threatening to kill us. The defense has an objection. I'm still thinking of what the objection is. Apollo! You. Even now you would. I won't give up, and I refuse to let either of them down. Mr. Wright was counting on me. And Trucy, who's put all of her faith in me.
Mr. Justice, the fact that you have raised an objection means that you have evidence with which to refute the prosecution's claims, correct?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Do we really have anything, Apollo? Actually, we do. There's one piece of evidence we can present here.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may proceed.
As we saw in the show footage, there's no question that the defendant thrust a sword into the coffin. The defense doesn't dispute this point. But let us not forget that this was a magic show filled with tricks and illusions. We can't take everything we see at face value.
So you're saying some sleight of hand was somehow involved?
Yes. The defense contends that the sword the defendant used was not the cause of death. Now, what was it Trucy told me she did just before she thrust the sword into the coffin? I don't remember.
Very well, let us see your evidence then, Mr. Justice. But remember, you interrupted my verdict to make this claim. You will be severely penalised if I find you are bluffing.
Oh, shit. That's fine, Your Honour. This shows that it's possible that the sword Miss Wright used was not the cause of death. Okay. We have to be careful here. The sword stand, maybe? Contains the rubber sword Trucy says she swapped in for the trick? Hey, Hades, welcome back, welcome back. I think it's the sword stand. It was her latest trick, Q's trumpets. I think it's the sword stand. I'm going to save and play it. What was it Trucy told us? I don't remember what Trucy told us. This shows it's possible the sword Miss Wright used was not the cause of death. She told you that she swapped the swords. It's written in the evidence. Yeah, but, like... The question that I've got was... Is it that... My thought is always, is it that straightforward, or am I falling into a trap? You know, have I got Damon Gant there just kind of going... You know, and then he's, like, you know, adjusting his tie and all that shit.
Take that!
What's this? A sword from the show? That's right, Your Honor. This rubber sword was in the sword stand on the stage. During the trick, Miss Wright was supposed to swap the real sword for a rubber sword, and she told us on record that she remembers very clearly that she did. I see. So the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin was a rubber sword, was it? But then why was a steel sword found lying on stage? Somebody must have put the steel sword there by swapping it with the rubber one. Just after the incident occurred, the dragon set piece fell and the theatre was evacuated. You'd say save the overthinking when straightforward fails. Yeah, I should apply Occam's razor more, shouldn't I? That's when the culprit decided to swap the rubber sword for the steel one.
Objection!
I am Adelbeed's snake. I am very angry.
Do you not know when to give up, Stinkbug? That is not possible. Blood was found in the coffin hole the sword was thrust into. It must have been left there when the accused withdrew the sword. This is incontrovertible proof that the sword she used was the steel one.
Objection!
But that blood could be the result of someone tampering with the crime scene after the fact. After the set piece fell and the audience was cleared out of the theatre, there were plenty of time for somebody to plant that blood there.
Objection!
If the sword the accused used was a rubber one, then when exactly do you propose the victim was killed, given that Mr. Rios was alive when he entered the coffin?
Objection!
Finding the answer to that question is precisely why we need to continue this trial. Let me express my opinion. By all accounts, it is certainly reasonable to suspect the defendant based on the evidence. But as to the question of whether the sword the defendant used was rubber or steel, I believe further discussion is warranted. I suggest we hear from the defendant herself on this issue. Very well, Your Honor. Yes, I saved it somehow. Too close for comfort, but still. Let's adjourn for a brief 15-minute recess. I advise the prosecution and the defense to use this time to prepare. Right, and this is the point where we'll, kind of break it off for now, because, like, my voice is starting to go. We've been going for 2 1/4, so it's been a pretty long one tonight. Bear with. Let me pull over here. There we go. Yeah, this has been fun, this one. This is an alright case, actually. I prefer this to the last one, with, like, Death Metal Jesus. So, let's just finish that up. There we go. So, tomorrow, 5 PM is going to be Chrono Trigger we mentioned. I've got a few things planned in for next week already. So, on Monday, we've got Metroid X Fusion. Thursday, we're going to be doing Part 4 of Kuon. I don't know if I'm going to play Fatal Frame next week, or if I'm going to kind of break that up a little bit going forwards. The case is good, night, it just sucks. We've got Tomb Raider 5 on Wednesday, and we've got Warhammer build stream on Saturday. So on Thursday's almost certainly going to be Kuon. Tuesday, I'll be honest, I was thinking about just playing some Doom, but like Doom from 1993. Like, you remember the very first Doom game? I was thinking, wouldn't it be like fun to play that? Wouldn't it be fun to play Doom? What do we reckon? Would like folk want to see me play Doom? Like a boomer playing a proper boomer shooter? Could that be something we do? That could be fun. You know, I'm just going to throw it out there as an idea. But yeah, I'm going to have a think about it. I've not put any plans in stone just yet. I think I'm probably interested in doing it because Heretic and Hexen have just hit. They've just hit Game Pass, and they were the ones from id back in the day that I never actually got around to playing. So, you know, could be something fun for us to do. Could be something fun for us to do. Anyway, I am going to go now because I need to go rest my voice. I need to see about maybe going to the shop as well to get a couple of bits. And making sure that I'm about for when wife gets home. So, I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 PM UK time, all being well. Thank you for the hangs in the meantime, though. This has been a very fun one. Make sure that you look after yourselves in the meantime. Take lots of care. If I don't see you before tomorrow, make sure that you have a good one. And I will see you soon, alright? Take care.